The World Robot Conference 2017, a feast for both tech geeks and general visitors, kicked off Wednesday in Beijing. Artificial intelligence specialists and representatives of over 150 robotics enterprises are taking part in the event, which lasts for 5 days. The conference will feature a 3-day forum, an exhibition, and a set of contests. Established in 2015, the event has become the biggest and the most international in the industry. And the theme for this year is win-win collaborative innovation toward the building of an intelligent society. What are China's advantages maybe in the robotics industry? What are the opportunities and threats brought about by artificial intelligence? I'm pleased to be joined in the studio by Professor Xi Ning, Chair Professor of Robotics and Automation, also Director of Emerging Technologies Institute from the University of Hong Kong, and by Jeff Burnstein, President at Robotic Industries Association. Gentlemen, thank you very much and welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
First of all, what's so exciting about this year's conference? Jeff?
And I've really been inspired by the collaboration that I'm seeing. I've learned a lot about what many countries are doing in robotics. There's a lot of commonality in terms of research areas. The Chinese have a very clear vision of the future, of what they see, government support for it. I find that very interesting.
What is the one theme that everybody is talking about? Is there one theme?
Well, I don't know if it's one theme. It's many things. It's artificial
intelligence. But what
intelligence.
is the most hot topic, let's say?
Well, certainly artificial intelligence is among them, and mobility of machines. You know, mostly in our lives, robots have been fixed, but we're seeing mobile robots in a number of areas, not just in manufacturing.
Yeah, Professor Xi, what is your take, and how closely related is what we're talking about to our daily life?
I've been participating in this conference for the last 3 times. So this is the 3rd time we had this conference. So you talk about the thing which mostly impressed me is the size.
The size?
Yes. The last year we had over 100,000 participants. So this year probably we're going to go beyond 200,000.
Wow.
Okay, so this probably is the largest robotics event in the world.
What's the attraction here?
The attraction is from all sides. Of course, it's from industry. So a lot of Chinese, like industry, they're interested in the robotics technology, right? They want to use the robots to improve their productivity, to increase the efficiency, right? Then to make more money, right? Then also from general public. I saw a lot of parents bring their kids to the show, right? From the 5-6 years kids to all the way to the 70-80 years gentlemen and the ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, annual sales, according to the International Federation of Robotics, annual sales in China is really jumping very fast. Within a year, sales in China surged by 27% to 87,000 units in 2016. What are China's advantages in this industry, Professor Xi?
Because China's advantage, see, China was has probably the largest manufacturing industry in the world. So now China tries to make the best manufacturing industry in the world. So from the largest to the best, there are a lot of hurdles we have to cross over, right? And one of the key technology will help us to do that is the robotics technology. So it will help us to increase the productivity, increase the efficiency.
Yeah, Jeff, what do you think are China's advantages and disadvantages, or the gap between China and America, maybe?
Well, certainly that was well said about China has got a lot of manufacturing and they want to be able to maintain it. And they've got strong government support to do that. Plus they have innovative companies, and there is a demand to have robots do a lot of the work to keep these companies competitive. And this is something that isn't just in China. This is a global trend. In America, we're seeing it too. What we find that's so interesting about this is what our experience in America is that as the use of robots has gone up, the number of jobs actually are increasing. We've looked at this for 20 years. When robot sales rise in America, unemployment falls. And when robot sales fall, unemployment rises.
What are the reasons behind that? I mean, that's the contrary to what we believe.
I know.
And to what some people in the White House believe.
Yeah, well, the reason for it is simple. The real threat to jobs is the inability to compete. People expect their next iPhone to be better quality at a similar price point, and they want it right away. Automation allows you to do things like that in all industries, in all consumer products, and this is what's driving the need to automate. And we create new jobs in many fields that we never even thought of. If I would have asked you 20 years ago, are there people whose job title is search engine optimization specialist?
No.
Or app developer for
I
a
understand
phone?
every word, but I don't understand the job.
Exactly. Because we're really good at creating new things to do for ourselves. And automation actually enables a lot of this. Technology has been a threat for years. People have said it's going to put people out of work. I've been in this business 34 years.
Yeah.
I was told when I started, robots are going to put everybody out of work.
But there are a lot of people who have been put out of work because of the use of automation. For instance, in car factories, you wouldn't need all these people to, put in these parts. It will be done by machines. What about that part? How are these people able to be competitive, stay competitive, Professor Xu?
Jeff made a very important point. Basically, he was saying is as a society, the robotics technology actually increased number of jobs. Okay, but if we're talking about the individual, it may be different story, right? Today you are doing something, tomorrow your job may be replaced by the robot. So what that means as an individual, so we have to be able to get retrained, right? You have to learn new technology, then you can adapt to the development of new technology.
So it's a totally different mix of knowledge that we have to acquire and provide in education. We're also talking about threats, the controversy surrounding AI. Famously, Steve Hawking told the BBC that the development of AI might spell the end of human race. Is he exaggerating?
I certainly think so.
Why would he say that?
Well, there are other people. There are people on other sides of the issue as well. I mean, there are famous people on both sides of this issue. But I think if we emphasize the threat, we miss the opportunity. So, for instance, it's going to destroy all of mankind. Well, look at what IBM Watson is a great example of artificial intelligence. It's helping doctors find cures to diseases that we can't currently cure, because no doctor can read all of the medical literature out there. These artificial intelligence systems like Watson can read them very quickly and provide doctors with data that will help them come up with treatment scenarios. So I think if we emphasize the danger, we miss the opportunity.
The thing is, sometimes the danger is underestimated, or for instance, when we talk about automatic weapons, you might not think it's something that's very important. Basically, what happened during the years when atomic was being studied, a lot of people simply did not understand what atomic bomb was until they were about to finish it, and then they understand the kind of catastrophic consequences that atomic bomb can have. Professor Xu, are we exaggerating about the possible harm of AI in the deployment of weapons, such as atomic weapons, such as automatic weapons?
Yes, but every new technology occurs and developed, they always have both sides, right? Then you can use it peacefully, right? Then we hope everybody will do that. But there's another side also, people can use it to harm the human, right? So, but I don't think the automatic weapon is much more dangerous than atomic bomb or another kind of. You look at the history, right? Before we have a firearm, right? People use knife or whatever. When firearm occurred, right? I think the impact to the society, to the mankind, be much larger than the automatic weapon compared to whatever weapon we have today, right? So I don't think that is a so serious threat to the mankind, okay? Because we already went through many those kind of things, right? Then once it occur, we will find a way to deal with.
Yeah, you believe that? Okay, hopefully that is the case. Also, some people are saying, this rapid acceptance of AI is going to divide the world further into haves and have-nots, larger the gap between, the people who are more privileged and Do you buy that kind of fear?
I don't.
Again?
Because I think, you know...
Maybe because you're in the industry.
Well, maybe, but also it's also possible that just the opposite could happen. That
Yeah.
it could level the playing field. That the opportunity for the so-called have-nots to have the opportunity to use robotics and artificial intelligence to lower the cost of their products, to make their lives better, to find cures for diseases, that might actually make their lives better.
Yeah.
In another side, also from education point of view, right? Then I think the education will level the playing field for all people. Then the AI will help us to educate people, especially people now has the difficulty to access the certain high-level education, right? The AI will help us to do that.
Yeah, okay, I got maybe 20 seconds, very briefly. How much more prepared shall I be for AI? Jeff?
How much more prepared should you be?
Yeah, I mean, shall I
How
start
much are you going to see
embracing
in your daily
it
life?
now?
I think you're going to see more smart machines in the future. Okay, and I think this is a good thing. I think you should embrace
I should
it.
really look forward to it.
I think you should look
find
forward
out
to
about
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Sure. I think you should look forward. AI will help us to a lot of things today we even cannot imagine about it.
Okay. Well, I've never been a very much technology person, but I guess I should start doing that from now on. Thank you very much, Professor Xi Ning, Chair Professor of Robotics and Automation at the University of Hong Kong, and Jeff Burnstein, President of the Association for Advancing Automation in the Greater Detroit Area. And you have been watching The Point with me, Liu Xin. Many thanks for watching. As usual, follow me on Twitter or Facebook using the handle The Point with LX. Download the application called CGTN Live to watch our show on your mobile devices, or go to YouTube and look for CGTN The Point. Thanks for watching. You've got The Point.